Oh my God, that was kind of funny, wasn't it? Okay. Well, it's at least better than Madam Web.
That's not saying much.
Eddie and Venom are on the run. Hunted by both of their worlds, and with the net closing in, the duo are forced into a devastating decision that will bring the curtains down on Venom and Eddie's last dance. This movie is really a road trip with an alien invasion happening in the background. Sounds kind of fun. Yes and no. This movie is just a mixed bag, along with the other Venom films. And while some things do click, like Tom Hardy and the connection that his character of Eddie has with Venom, other things just completely missed the mark. The writing still feels scattered, especially with the humor. The only thing that works on a comedic aspect with this film is the buddy dynamic between Eddie and Venom, and surprisingly, a random family Eddie encounters midway through the film. It adds a heartwarming feel to the film, especially with a sequence between Eddie and a child that made me go, aww. This film does benefit from a more narrower focus compared to the first two films. The stakes feel more urgent this time, with Eddie and Venom facing an imminent threat in the form of Null. I won't say who's playing him, but when he does show up in the opening of the film, straight up feeling like Rise of Skywalker with a bunch of exposition within a minute or two, it's still pretty cool. I can't lie. Null is a force that you do feel all throughout the film. I am curious to see what they're going to do with him in this Sony villainverse, but I'm a little bit puzzled with exactly what they will do, especially with how this movie ended. But anyways, back to the plot. The movie gets right into the action, and I appreciated not having to endure unnecessary arcs like Venom trying to find himself in a nightclub. I don't want more of that, please. Even though we do get some of that, like Venom dancing to Dancing Queen. Eddie and Venom are a team from the get-go, and that's what drives this film. However, the energy starts to fizzle out as soon as the story goes into half-baked subplots with characters that I don't even remember their names. I know the actors, Juno and Chiwetel Ejiofor, who are great. They do a good job with what they are given, but as far as characters go, yeah, I genuinely don't even remember their first name. Their characters feel like the background dressing for most of the film, only to become somewhat relevant in the final 5-10 minutes. I can't lie, it is kind of cool with what they do with somewhat of their arcs, somewhat. But overall, for that first 2-act buildup, it doesn't really do anything, and whenever you go back to them, you are just waiting to get back to the actual arc that you want to see, being Venom and Eddie. But let's get real. The thing that genuinely makes these 3 movies somewhat work is Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy clearly has a passion and care for this character. He loves being this character, and he's even quoted saying he would totally come back. I just hope that they pick a different universe, not this one, or they at least fix the Sony universe, because I am officially at a point where they need Spider-Man involved, and I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But what I've learned within these first 3 films, despite this one possibly being the best one, but that's not saying much, Venom needs Spider-Man. I have come to that conclusion finally after watching all 3 of these films. Here we are, we have this franchise with Eddie and Venom getting into really dumb situations. But like I said, what makes those dumb situations work is Tom Hardy. It's easily the best 3rd act in the trilogy, with the stakes feeling real, the tone darker than usual, and an emotional punch. While I may not have shed a tear, I did absolutely feel the moments between Eddie and Venom. Kelly Marcel deserves some credit for this film. Being her first directorial project, she's written for the previous Venom films and this one. She does some pretty unique things for the character of Eddie in this movie, and it makes sense because of course she would know the character of Eddie. She wrote this script. So building up to this 3rd film, we get some genuine moments that are quite possibly the best moments for Eddie as a character. And what could have easily happened during these moments, especially where Eddie is talking to this boy in a van, sounds kind of creepy when I said that, talking to a boy in a van with his whole family there present, and it's just this real, raw feeling of emotions from the character of Eddie, who's kind of questioning where he's at right now and what kind of person he truly wants to be. And it's within that moment where she lets Tom Hardy breathe as this character, and we get to feel him in that moment, and especially another moment in the final 10-15 minutes of this film. Easily just undercut those moments with a stupid joke. And trust me, there are some stupid jokes in this film, but especially in a moment like that where Marvel loves to just shoehorn jokes in certain moments. Not with this one. She lets it happen, and Kelly deserves praise for that. Overall, Venom: The Last Dance is fun at times with its share of emotional highs, but the hit or miss comedy, pointless subplots, and wasted characters drag it down. For me, it's a mediocre film, so 5 out of 10. But God, I love Tom Hardy, and he is kind of funny in this. So, a 6. I'll be generous. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this review. It really means a lot. Please let me know your thoughts. Did you enjoy this franchise? I know for some people haven't seen it yet, so are you excited? Are you looking forward to it? Please let me know down below. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and most importantly, do not forget to be blessed.